Front and center, it's going to talk about the eligibility. Folks would be able to quickly hit calculate your credit. It's going to pull some information. It's funny, it's tied to my daughter's Gmail account, but you'll have your information here, and you're going to hit continue. It's only 6 questions. So was I self-employed during 2020? I sure was. This is an excerpt from the filing rules for the IRS. Again, it's a good faith attestation that you couldn't earn your full potential. It's 3 questions. If you were unable to earn in any capacity because of government orders, the companies you worked for were shut down, quarantine, you had COVID, you thought you had COVID, you may have had, some anxiety and a little bit of concern, justifiably, right, during the pandemic that stopped you, that counts as well. The second, and you can claim up to 10 days. The calendar dates are irrelevant. It just helps us capture the total numbers of days impacted. Below it in light blue, you'll see the actual formula from the 7202, which is the IRS form that we complete along with your amended returns. The second question is if you were unable to work or you're impacted because of a roommate, extended family, friend, domestic partner, buddy that you had to care for or in some way impacted your ability, you can claim another 10 days, and the formula's here. This credit is heavily weighted for individuals that had dependents. So maybe you had minors that couldn't attend in-person daycare or in-person learning, or had modified learning, or perhaps you had an adult with special needs that was a dependent and their schedule was impacted. You're able to claim up to 50 days for 2020 and 60 days for 2021. Let me note, because this is important, that let's say that school resumed, but due to maybe you had anxiety, maybe you guys just made a decision as a family to modify education or how they were being watched, and it impacted your ability to earn, then you can count those days as well. You would go down and actually pull your personal tax return, and you would look for your Schedule SE. This is, think of it like a summary or an aggregate of all of your self-employed income. So you would look for line 6 and you would put it here. What's actually even more interesting about this filing is you can actually use 2019 if it's larger than 2020. So look at both and put the larger number right here. You're going to hit continue. Oh, I will point this out just because I find this funny. Guys, if you do not have children, you can't make them up. Okay, so if there were not children on the original tax returns, we had to add this last week because people were adding kids that weren't on the original tax filing. So we can't claim them if they didn't exist. Just want to point that out. Second claim period for 21, it is the exact same questions. The only difference is that you may claim 60 days on the dependent side versus 50. Again, the dates do not matter. What matters is just the total number of days selected for your impact. Similar to 2020, you may use 2020 or 2021's Schedule SE for that section here, whichever is greater. So you would put this number in and you would hit continue. From here, it's going to take the code and calculate it down to the penny. At this point, you can close your browser and do nothing if you so chose. We do follow up with a free psych eval. Or if you would like to securely claim your $31,186, you would simply hit claim now. From here, behind all of our security firewalls and safety, you can upload your tax documents. We're not charging a fee up front. We actually will do all of the processing work. We do charge 20% once your funds are deposited into your account, but we will wait until that occurs. You would submit those documents, click I agree, hit submit, sign a engagement agreement that says we're doing this thing for you with our accounting group, and then you're off to the races. So not only have we set this up, Alex, but I think I mentioned to you last week, which I was excited about, is the IRS takes 18 to 22 weeks to process this. And that's assuming they're on time. And we've all seen the cafeterias, the images where they just have boxes of your tax documents, which are secure, sitting, waiting to be processed. And so we diligently worked with some of our other partners in some of the other companies and areas we work and we were able to secure a $6.5 billion credit facility. So individuals are certainly welcome to wait for the IRS to finish processing, or now they're able to elect the advance and have access to their funds in as little as 10 days.